Hi, this is Vicki from Learning Home Volunteers, and welcome to our new learning session, completely devoted to the celebration of our organization's fourth birthday. And we thought we would invite you to our birthday party at your house and that you could celebrate with us in the comfort of your home. So, in this learning session, we're going to provide you with all the necessary things to have a great birthday party, and we've even included some learning in the play. With this posting and class tag, you're also going to find the box contents file, which has the contents of your box both in English and Spanish. Just click on the file and it'll open in your phone, and then you can resize it like you resize a picture. Well, actually, we're also going to invite you to our real birthday party, which is at our office too. This Saturday, August 19th, we're going to celebrate our birthday in our office located at 633 Quarry Road, Suite D in San Carlos. We're going to start at 2 p.m. and finish at 4 p.m., and we hope to see you there. If you're coming, please let your family coordinator know so that we can make sure we have enough cake. As always, we love finding books that support our learning focus, and we found some really great ones for this session. Our first book is Carl's Birthday by Alexander Day. It's a wordless book that features Carl the dog and the preparation for his surprise birthday party. I love this book as it covers all the steps taken to get ready for our big party: cleaning, decorating, wrapping presents, preparing games for the guests to play, setting up the room, and then the big finale, unveiling the surprise of all of his friends coming to celebrate Carl's birthday. Our next book is Bunny Cakes, and it's by my favorite children's book author, Rosemary Wells. This book actually features a brother sister set. They're both rabbits. The girl is Ruby, and the boy rabbit, her younger sibling, is Max. Now, both of the siblings are preparing cakes for their grandmother's birthday, and they have very different taste to as what they think she would like. It's humorous, and I'm sure your child will love it. Our last book is Pete the Cat and His Four Groovy Buttons to celebrate the number four because it's our fourth birthday. Pete the Cat is a series of books about, well, Pete the Cat. And in this book, our skateboarding cat loses his buttons off his shirt. And there's a free little song that goes with it that we'll include. Well, this is activity number one, and all great parties' centerpiece is the birthday cake. I guess it's why I loved birthday parties when I was young. There was always going to be a sweet, despite whatever happened with the rest of the party. So we should get started on making your cake. In your box, you'll find a box of cake mix numbered 1 and a bag of powdered sugar for the frosting. You know, children love to help cook and feel pride in the desserts that they create. It's a great time to get your child's apron on and to get ready to make the cake. Now, the directions are on the back of your box, so you want to check your box against these instructions. First, you're going to want to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. You're going to need 1 cup of water, 1/3 of a cup of vegetable oil, and 3 eggs. You want to grease the pan on the bottom and the sides. Then in a bowl, mix the cake mix, water, oil, and eggs. And then pour the mixture once it's all incorporated and all the lumps are gone into the pan, and then bake as directed. You want to cool it 10 minutes in the pan before taking the cake out, and then you don't want to frost it until it is completely cool. Otherwise, the frosting will melt. Now, here are some ideas on how to include your child in the baking. You could certainly have them break the eggs into a separate bowl, not the bowl you're going to use. This way, if any shells end up in the bowl, you can just pick them out and you won't have it all mixed in with all the other things. You want to have your child actually practice pouring the liquids a little at a time. You know, their hands are not very strong, so they're not going to have a lot of control. So for liquid measures, here are some ideas. You could put the measuring cup in a pan with sides and then have them pour or measure 1 cup of water. Any water that misses the cup will end up in the pan instead of the table. You know, pouring is a really important skill and it takes practice. It's better to pour from a container that doesn't have much in it because it takes less strength in the hands and arms to control the flow of the liquid. And until they develop that strength, less liquid is better. Another idea with liquids is a bowl that contains the liquid, and they can add it a little bit at a time by either dipping the measuring cup and pouring it out, or using a spoon to add the liquid into the measuring cup until it measures whatever we're going with. When your cake is in the oven, you can begin working on your frosting. And we provided brown sugar for the classic buttercream frosting. Then you will need to have on home from your home to add a 1/2 cup of butter at room temperature, 1 1/2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 2 tablespoons of milk, and if you like, food coloring. First, you want to cream the butter, and this breaks the butter up from the stick into these little pieces to get it ready to absorb the sugar itself. And it should look a lot like this when you're done creaming. You can see no big lumps. They all kind of look, smoothish when they're done. Next, you want to add your powdered sugar a little at a time, and this is going to make it smoother and drier as you do this. Next, you want to add the vanilla extract and mix it in. Now, as it got a little bit drier, what we want to do is add a little moisture back in. So this is when we add our milk. And then we want to mix it for 3 to 4 minutes until it looks like this. When your cake is cold, you can frost the cake. If the cake's not cold, it'll melt the frosting. Now, not everyone is a fan of frosting, so there are other ways to decorate your cake. You could put jam on it, or you could sprinkle it with powdered sugar, or you could put whipped cream on it and fruit. All are delicious. Actually, we love to our cake right out of the oven as it's hot with a little bit of butter on it. This is activity number 2, decorate a cupcake. And while the cake is cooking or cooling, we have the perfect activity to keep your impatient child occupied. In the box, you're going to find a bag with a silicone cake holder, fake plastic sprinkles, and candies or candles in a bag, and you'll find some Play-Doh. We see all sorts of options from the children as they're decorating here. Some are using candles, little erasers, beads, toothpicks, sequins, buttons, cut up straws, bottle caps, pretty much anything that the child finds interesting. We can't wait to see the pictures of your child's creations. Our next activity is to make a beautiful decoration for your birthday party, and in your box you will find a bag marked 3, and it contains paper towels, a pipette, and a box of watercolors. You will need to cut the paper towels to be the shape you want, and then you want to get a container of water and dip your brush in the water, and then choose a color in the watercolor box and dip it into that color, and then take your loaded brush and touch the paper towel. The paper towel will absorb the water and the color will transfer. If you wanted to spread some more, draw a little bit of water into the pipette and drop it onto the paper towel. So cool. You can use your tape in your bag to put these up on the wall. Now our last activity for the week is activity number 4, birthday bingo. And in the class tag posting of this week, you will find instructions for playing bingo, and it will include a call-out sheet for the items that could appear on the bingo cards. We use bingo to introduce new words along with pictures that represent those words, and I always start by looking at the cards together with a child. I have them describe the items to you, and then I repeat back my own description of what I see, typically with more detail. So the child says, "Oh, I see fries," right? And then when I repeat back to him, I would say, "Oh, I see French fries in a red container." This will give your child the opportunity to hear more words, and once they kind of get the hang of what you're doing with your example, hopefully be more detailed in their descriptions. Well, we hope you have fun playing bingo. That's all for this week. We hope to see you at our birthday party this week.